All right, Mo. So, like, what kind of shit are you doing nowadays, man?
Most likely just working on schoolwork because I don't know. It's been doing art, like kind of just working with college stuff just sucks.
So,
It kind of just brings down like my motivation down, but yeah. I mean, I procrastinate a lot, but
I can imagine, man.
I'm still getting stuff done. So who
You're
cares?
an art kid. You're an art major. How is that going for you so far?
I honestly, when I first started like school at the college, I was like, am I going to get anywhere from this? From being an art major or kind of an illustration major, but overall, I think the whole illustration is kind of fun. Just
Yeah,
like learning how to do stuff, like drawing people. It's fun. The people are nice. Just
that's
don't
good.
mess with them. That's what I gotta
Don't mess
say.
with them. I'll probably have some of your like artwork in the background throughout this, but this kid has some crazy talent. Luke, I don't know if you've seen his stuff.
Yeah, I've seen, well, not recently, but I've seen the stuff from senior art class, and it was good.
Cool.
But
I'm
I
telling you,
haven't
this
seen
kid's
anything
gotten
now.
like twice as good since then.
Yeah, I imagine.
When do you think you like realized that you were good at art?
Okay, I'll tell you the truth. So I used to trace drawings
I
on
remember this
online,
story.
and
Hmm.
and I thought I'm because when you're a little kid, like when you're like a wee little kid, high school, it's like I draw this thing. It's so cool. And
Yeah,
then like, oh, this is kind of cheating.
yeah.
And then I used to show like people said, why don't you have that stuff in the yearbook? Like, well, I don't know. I just traced it off online. So it was funny. I was like, I don't know. When you're a little kid, it's like you honestly you want attention, so you might as well.
Yeah.
But if I was a person, do not do that. Do not do that as a kid.
That's
Dude, I was
crazy
a, I
though.
was a great tracer. I gotta be
Me
honest.
too.
I had some really great drawings. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of crazy how like you came from like doing those tracings, which I never knew at the time. You didn't tell me until way later, and to now where like you have some serious talent in what you do, and what you do now seems probably better than your tracings back then. Hell yeah, definitely.
Well, Moses, when did you kind of? Well, first of all, I'll ask you: do you feel like art has like a purpose for you, or is it just something you like doing and that's why you're pursuing it? Like, do you think like the reason you're here is to make art?
I think I just want my work to be out there because I don't really care. Okay, I do care about the money, but I just really don't care about money that much. I just want to see my work in public because
Mm-hmm.
some of the kids at school have like their work in like stores and stuff. Like, oh shoot, that'd be cool. Like someone had their
Yeah.
coffee cup. The collectivo coffee shop, right?
Oh
Some
yeah.
person had their works as a cup to like promote. I was like,
Damn.
ooh, that'd be cool. I was like, shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't care about the money, but I do care because yeah, I need a living. I
Yeah,
need to
of
make a living from
course.
it.
Yeah.
But just having work is just kind of fun.
So I would call that purpose then. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like if you're just doing it because you really enjoy it and you just like basically could you give up doing art like tomorrow if you like got a job that paid you like an insane amount of money? Would you just give up? Or would you rather have less money but make art for your whole life?
Oh shoot, okay, that's hard. I think if I was to ever give up art, I would at least make it like a hobby. Because
Hmm.
if a factory job pays me well, but it's gonna hurt me, it's like well, I
Yeah.
guess. But if I rather hurt my hand than pretty like break every bone in my body at work,
Yeah.
but because you're just packing, unpacking, or I don't know, it depends on what the labor is.
Hmm.
But if I wouldn't mind sacrificing my life savings over like kind of putting my work out there.
Wow.
Yeah, I
That
agree
shit gave me
too.
chills.
That's what I had to think about too when I
Yeah.
was like deciding like what to go to college for and if I want to go to college and all this stuff. I was kind of thinking like honestly, I would rather make less money and be happy than make a lot of money and be miserable every day of my life.
Yeah.
But there's people that are money motivated and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It just depends on how you are. Kind of wanted to ask you that question.
All three of us here, we have creative passions, I believe,
Yeah,
and we run
definitely.
into the same issues. So I think we can all relate when we would
Hmm.
rather have a career in what we love and have less money than take some random backbreaking
Absolutely.
job or just something like an office job that we wouldn't like.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Mo, you have experience working in a factory, so can you tell us a little bit about that summer you had?
It was okay. It was. I mean, it just pretty much cleaning. That's it. I had to clean ink buckets. I think I was cleaning buckets like full of ink because it's a printing factory.
Mm-hmm.
So it pretty much gives you like junk. It's a factory that just does junk mail.
Oh, okay.
Um, I think one of the hardest things was not really that hard. It's just self-explanatory. Just clean, at least make everything presentable. But there is one machine. It was like a big ass like washing machine, and it was kind of cool going inside of it. But at the same time, it was kind of scary because like Final Destination. It's like, oh
Yeah.
shoot, I'm gonna get stuck in here.
Oh my
No,
god.
but like it was fun. It was fun working there, but at the same time, it's kind of like your normal day job. Like, I don't want to work. It's kind of miserable,
So I
but
was gonna say, like, do you remember how you felt when you were working there? Did you feel miserable at all, or like, how did you feel when you were there?
I think working by like when you're by yourself all the time, it's because it's all you really don't need to focus anything. Just get your stuff done and boom. But then working with like training someone because college was kind of miserable, but he made it more fun though. So I was kind of happy about it. Like, yeah, he's pretty cool. I mean, it would be nice to work by myself, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because I think when the second person came in, it was just everything's done quick. Like, I kind of don't want that to happen. Like, it's kind of annoying getting everything done and then sitting around doing nothing and make sure your boss doesn't look at you. But overall, like, it was fun. Just would I do it again? Maybe, but I don't like it there.
Yeah, I know my my experience with working in factories is not not that great. I don't know. For me, like working, I don't know. It depends, but my last job was just really horrible, honestly. Um, and like it's not like I would still do it like to make a living and stuff, but um, it's just not ideal.
My mom's like, "Why don't you work at JBS or the meat cutting factory?" Um, I've already cut meat. It's like I'm pretty bad at cutting meat, and I already know what it feels to cut meat.
Nah, bro,
So
but you're killing the cows at JBS. That's the tough part. My
I
dad worked
mean,
there for a few months, and my cousin did too. Like they couldn't handle it. Like they quit within a few months because of how shitty it was.
Hmm.
yeah, especially with the banned word that we can't say on YouTube. It's like they really screwed up my family. So because it took 1 week and then everyone went back.
Wait, what?
It was like
COVID?
you can't say COVID on YouTube.
I think we're far enough into the video where we'll be fine. You can't say within like the first minute.
No, but like it's kind of sad how like with a company that pretty much higher ups kind of just screw up most of the minority workers because it was 50% of people like got affected. Like the 50% of the company got affected,
Didn't some
and
people
that's how.
die?
Yeah, yeah. Some of my people, some of my sisters, like no, like some of my relatives know someone that died. It's like, damn,
Wow.
that's sad. It's like, wow, stupid ass company
Yeah,
trying to,
man.
because meat shortage too. So at the same time, we need it.
Yeah, they had to keep working. Or I think it was like around right when like everything started to lock down. They kept the factories open, and that's what got hit hard first, especially JBS. And I remember
Hmm.
seeing the news. People were already like deaths reported from that company. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah, that was one of the first places to like have a huge like outbreak in Green Bay
Hmm.
that I heard about anyway.
Around this time when you were working at the factory, I remember you and me started going to the gym together. For you, what does it mean going to the gym? Like, what's the reason you go to the gym, and what's the goals you want to accomplish when you're there?
I think it was over jealousy. I remember one of my middle school teachers. Well, he's kind of like a he was kind of like a what do you call a social worker. He was kind of a big guy,
Yeah.
and seeing him like through the like seeing him to like change, it's like shit. I could do that. I could change my body and be happy about it. And I just want to be kind of bulky, so I look big, but then I would lose my running ability because I did cross country and track. It was fun, but I want to be like kind of big. That's my go-to body for me.
I think you can look at that with he was like your mentor. Um,
Hmm.
I think you can look at that as inspiration instead of jealousy. Because I remember when you were talking to me about starting to go to the gym, like it seemed like you were really inspired. Like you were more willing to go than me at the time, and I was also trying to start going to the gym. And you went way more often than me. I think at some point you were going twice a day. Like for a good month, I remember you were just going.
I think because you know how people who start working out at the first times, like they don't really know anything, and I think working out every day kind of did help me out, but at the same time, I felt like fatigued because living at home when you're not really eating lean,
Yeah.
you're kind of eating you're just kind of eating like kind of dirty bulking, and it's kind of just you're just going nowhere, like hard gaining. So I think I've been trying to like experiment with my schedule and stuff like that because I don't know, just it's hard to gain muscle without like eating unhealthy stuff. It's when you're in a big family, like
Hmm.
especially a minority family, you have to deal with like, oh, you want to eat that? Let's eat that. It's like, oh,
Specifically, among family.
any kind of family, to be honest.
No, but y'all with your food. I mean, y'all make some good ass food. I'll tell you that.
I remember
Is
that time.
is it healthy for you? That's a different.
Oh
That's a
no,
different question.
my mom buys pork, and that's usually cheap. Well, chicken is also cheap, but it's normally the go-to for pork because it's easy to cook, and that's pretty much my family's diet, consistent. And at the same time, my parents want me to lose weight, but then I keep yelling at them like, "Don't you understand that you want me to lose weight, but you only like, what are you trying to do?"
That is true. I think that'll come easier once you live independently and you can you can have your own diet, you can have your own workout schedule, and a big thing for you, Mo, I think you lose a lot of free time because of how much you have to take care of your sister or your brother's kids. So, how do you think like when your siblings starting to have kids, how do you think that affected you?
Ooh, I remember. Yeah, it was the worst. I when when you are a junior who knows how to drive, and you kind of don't have a job, like a side job, so pretty much your focus was because and also like everyone's working pre Rona, so it's hard, and I was like, shoot, I have to watch the kids, and I can't do any sports. I want to do like track because it's I want to get back on the grind of running again, but with kids and shit, it's like kind of the hardest because like normally practice starts at 3:30, and the kids get out at 3:45. So it's like, well, I have to either sacrifice my sports or deal with kids or or just say screw it, just go on with it. Who cares? But I think my what do you call my focus? Well, how would I explain it? Like my thing was like I have to make everybody happy because that's like my thing that's kind of bring me down. It's like I have to make everybody happy. But then I realized that it's kind of hard to make everyone happy because you can't do it.
Yeah.
No one's gonna be
Hmm.
happy. You just gotta focus what you want to do. Just don't do anything. You just gotta just focus. Don't worry about other people because they can deal with their problem. Because if it's your kids, you can. Not my kid. Your kid.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think what you said there is very like it's facts. Like I feel like for you, you didn't always have an option. Like you just were forced to take care of the kids, even though it really should be their responsibility. But because you're at the time like you're in high school, like oh you don't have anything else to do, so take care of the kids, and that stopped you from being able to do stuff like track and even like hang out with me sometimes because yeah, I keep taking care of the kids.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to be said about that though. Like, I don't know. You can either make everybody else happy and yourself miserable, or you can make yourself happy and then some people um, aren't gonna be as happy with you. But I don't know. I think the main thing is being happy with yourself. I think that comes before everything, or that should, because that's like really where you're gonna get all your motivation, all your inspiration, all your successes if you're happy with yourself.
Yeah, it's like honestly like giving stuff to people is like nice and stuff, but it's kind of like, oh well, I like to just kind of like give kind of kindness to people. It just kind of makes me motivated just to like see them happy and shit. But like at the same time, you won't get the same treatment for like people say you give others but don't expect them something back. Like, I mean it's kind of true because I've seen people do something. I've had people like give me something and then I try to at least give them at least like something just to make me appreciative to them and yeah. But like I do that at the same time, but it's kind of hard. Just trying to like it's hard
Yeah.
just to make people happy. That's it. And but it just brings it just makes me happy. Like it's just seeing a smile just is all right. I honestly don't care about getting something back. To be honest, it's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Back, but I mean, it's thoughtful if you do that. But I mean, it's just like
Well,
saying,
I mean, I think you're getting stuff back anyway. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like you said, you get motivated from it, or it just makes you feel good if you make other people feel good. Um, so I think you are getting stuff out of it, but I don't know. There's definitely something to be said about that, like how you can give so much to somebody, but like not get anything in return. And it's definitely like a personality type. Um, I feel like I'm definitely like that too. Maybe not as much, but I am like that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where the fuck I'm going with this, bro. I ran out of shit to say, dude.
No, but I
I
think we're
lost my train of
what we're
thought.
trying to get at is or what I at least what I think is you should never really expect of like something from other people. I don't know how to word this properly, but like if you should never give something to someone and expect something back. I
Yeah,
think that's kind of unhealthy if you're always like disappointed with other people and having putting expectations on people.
yeah, you definitely can't really expect too much from other people. You'll definitely get burned doing that
Yeah, like you'll
one
end
way
up
or another.
disappointed.
And it sucks, but that's just kind of how it is. There isn't really anything you can do about it. Obviously, and it goes for, um, like, it goes, like, depending on the person, but still, uh, you shouldn't expect things of other people.
Yeah.
Like, the less expectations you have of other people, the more happy you will be. Because,
yeah,
like, if you're just doing something like, oh, I'm gonna make this person happy because it makes me happy, then there you go. You know, you're just doing it for yourself. um, and you're not expecting anything back. You don't need anything back, and it's just better that way. I think.
yeah. It's like I think for me, it's like when I know someone the most, I was like, maybe since I'll give them something. It's like kind of a thank you gift, friend gift, doesn't matter. It's like say happy birthday. I might say happy birthday, but sometimes I forget.
Yeah,
It kind of hurts, yeah, but at least like I honestly really don't care about my birthday to be honest. But it's just 1 year, woo.
hmm
But overall, yeah, that's kind of how I think. Like I'm always, I try to be happy, try to keep happy, but
One of my best ever birthday gifts was actually from Mo himself. He drew my favorite soccer player at the time, and it was like, damn, like I didn't even think you were gonna get me anything. And that was the year where I had like, wasn't that the year when I had like the birthday party?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I gave you a Pepe.
Yeah, I got. Oh, and a Pepe too. I'll probably. I don't know if I'll be able to get a picture of those in time for to upload it. Maybe I'll upload it in a future podcast. But he made like he gave me some art stuff, and I was like, damn, like I got a lot of because that was like the last year I had a birthday party, and
hmm
I got a lot of stuff. Kind of, not really like a lot of stuff, but my favorite things were the things that Mo made, and he didn't have to pay for them. He made it,
Yeah,
and that's
I
me.
think I
Like,
remember that actually.
yeah, I don't like materialistic stuff. I just like Mo put some thought into it, and he had a little like happy birthday message in there, and I was like, damn, like this guy's actually like a really good friend, and he cares about
hmm
me.
Even if all the bad shit you've done to me.
We're gonna get into it. Patient.
Oh, like, there's so much I want to talk about.
Oh, dude, don't talk about the slap. No, we will. We have to.
Wait, back to the childhood topic.
Let's
right?
go. So, like, Mo, I know you since sixth grade, but I actually want to know about your childhood. Like, how was the dynamic between your parents and your siblings growing up?
Ooh, it was hard. I think I I was kept as like, so my parents kind of shielded me from like all the bad shit, and that was a kind of a bad idea from them. Pretty much, most of the shit I've seen was kind of like sibling fighting, like the generic like sibling fighting shit.
Yeah.
I remember my brother and sister had like a fight. I remember the very. It was kind of funny to me. My sister threw a knife at my brother, but the knife fell off. The knife bounced back because he had a jacket on. I'm like, that's so funny, but at the same time, that's bad.
Funny, bro. Oh my god.
The knife bounced back from the jacket. Oh my god,
What the fuck?
I remember a lot. To be honest, I like even little details. They're just they're kind of like there. I mean, I remember like I think we had a lot of fights back then. It was just mostly like sibling and brother and sister fighting and shit. I remember we had cops called on us, and
Damn.
honestly, like I was like, what the hell's going on? There's a lot of shit that went on. I just honestly just don't remember. I remember there's like we did a lot. I know my dad beat. I know my mom and dad did like traditional stuff like that. Like we were like, like the typical minorities beating up like their child for discipline and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that same treatment from them, and honestly, like I've kind of learned from that. That's why I'm like, oh shit, if I do that, I might get caught or beat up. But then when you grow up, it's like you really don't care. You've been shielded so much when like your parents don't want you to go to like pretty much anywhere, and like now it's like I don't care. I'm 18. Well, I'm 19 and over, so I'm 19. I can do whatever I want. Oh my god.
I can definitely relate to that because I mean you and me minorities. I don't know about you, Luke, but me and Mo got beat a lot as kids.
I didn't. Yeah, I'm not a minority over here.
Well, I know it
It's
happens.
alright.
It's not just like a minority exclusive, but it's
Yeah.
more
It's kind of like
common.
a parental thing. Like,
But
Yeah,
like
for sure,
it's
though.
it's a weird dynamic with that because I keep saying that word. I don't even know if I'm using it right. But I don't know because a lot of people are really against that sort of stuff, hitting your kid. But a lot of the people that I know that were treated like that are either really good people in their adulthood or they're the complete opposite and they turned out to be just awful people. So I don't think there's a set study saying if you hit your kid, he's gonna be. There might be, but if you hit your kid, he's gonna turn out better. Maybe it's the best form of discipline, or maybe it's not. I don't know what I'm trying to get at, but I could relate to you, Mo, in that sense, and I don't remember being a big fan of getting beat up.
No, but like honestly, when I think about it, when you think about it, like as a kid, everything's kind of stupid and funny. To be honest, like
Yeah.
not funny, but like everything just seems kind of silly. Like, why did this happen? How did this happen? Where does this get to? But like I remember all the bad shit, but I mean, yeah, you of course remember all the bad shit, but
At that time, we're so innocent, and we see these bad things happening, these arguments, these fights between our family, and we're so little, we don't understand what's going on. And sometimes I get what you're saying, but you think it's silly, you think it's funny, and we don't. Little do we know, like there's like fucking, how do I say this? Like there's just awful shit happening around us, and we're being influenced by it.
middle school year was when I I got bullied, just for being. I kind of got bullied for being Asian, and I remember I did something petty.
No,
That
no.
was funny as hell. I was so petty to him. But there's this kid. So I think I got bullied first. The first time I got bullied was in so on this bus ride and shit. So I remember this kid in seventh grade. No, sixth. I think it's sixth grade. He was. I don't know what the hell was like major malfunction, but he decided to just say fucking like he just flipped me off for no reason. Like I don't understand what the hell you're talking about. But
What?
whatever. I mean, I have it. I think I have his yearbook. I have his name. I have a yearbook.
Let's
of him.
expose this fucker.
Let's expose. No, I think he was like a year older. I was like, what did I do to you? Like, what did I do? He's like, you're so dumb. Like, okay, whatever. But every single day is like he would flip me off. I try to change my bus schedule. I try to ask my parents to pick me up. It's like I try to do everything by myself. Like that's how I cope with everything.
Wow.
Like if I'm being bullied, I deal with it. I don't ask for people. This is why whenever we play Minecraft together, I sometimes have like these really dark thoughts and shit. Like
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
like how would I deal with this problem? Maybe I could kill him. Like that's not a good idea that's not a good thought for a sixth grader too. Like,
Yeah.
I want to murder this kid. Like this kid's so like fucking dumb. And then it kept going. I told my sister about it. I was like, well, why don't you deal with it? Well, I can't because no one can believe me. I just can't express it because I'm just a little sixth grader just getting bullied for no reason. And then so I'm like, okay, I rather just say fuck it, deal with it, just ignore it. And that's it. And also, I think he just stopped. He just stopped seventh grade. I'm like, okay, bye, bitch.
That's good.
That's funny. And then another kid from my gym class. His name is Daniel Statala, or Natala or Statala and shit.
I don't know him.
Oh yeah, you probably don't know him. He's like a year older. He I don't know what the hell was his also major malfunction, but he said don't trust Asians, and I was like, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
I was like, okay. So I decided. It kept going for about three weeks, probably a month and shit. I didn't tell anybody about it. I wanted to like kill him so bad.
Wow.
I'm like sorry if I'm having like this sadistic thoughts and shit, but it's like, how would I deal with this? Like, no one's gonna believe you. Even I didn't even know the person I look up to. I didn't even know him that well. I would just say, fuck it. I would just deal with myself. And the petty thing was, when he said don't trust Asians, I told him I made him a bet. I'll give you a whole pack of gum if you don't say that for the next 2 weeks. And then the funniest thing was, there was a pack of gum that was empty. I picked it up and then I kept it for the 2 weeks. And then when the 2 weeks were up, I said, yo, there's nothing in here. Bitch.
Oh my god, dude.
I was like, don't trust. I was like, I didn't say don't trust Asians, but like in my mind's like, you should never trust Asians then, bitch.
Oh my god. Dude, that's fucking lit. Oh my god. Wow. That is like so you were talking about how you were having these thoughts of wanting to kill him, and as a young person, like, it sounds crazy, like, but as a young person, I think those thoughts aren't necessarily normal, but like they're not uncommon. Like, people have these crazy thoughts, insane thoughts that obviously they're not going to act on, but they're just in your head. But the way you got him back, I think, outweighs anything you could have possibly done. Like, that was, in my opinion, the perfect response.
Oh, and then I remember, because I remember people's names. I can remember, like, well, this is kind of like a big flex from people, but like, I can remember people's faces. So
Ooh.
I saw his face, like, I was leaving French class and I saw his not ugly ass face. I saw his face, and it said, you know how you you always do this prank where you say their name.
Yes.
And run away.
Yes.
I literally said his name, and he looked back. I was like, "This is a stupid ass prank," but I hold grudges. I should not hold grudges, but I hold grudges on people.
I mean, to be fair, like, he was being racist. Like, there's no way around it. He was being a racist bully. So I think that's a grudge you can hold.
But I think he doesn't remember me, so I'm like, I don't care. It's like, I remember him. I remember the people who messed with me. It's like, well,
Wow.
I mean, look at you. You messed with us, but whatever. But I remember, like, people I don't know, I remember their faces.
All right, so Mo, it's 8th grade, and you and me get put in this French class, and I don't even know how that's. I think that's when our friendship really started. Was when I asked you, "Yo, do you play PS3? So what memories do you have of us playing like Black Ops and Minecraft together?
Ooh, not Black Ops. The first time I met you, we went to your house, and we decided to play Modern Warfare 2.
Okay, that wasn't the first time we. That was like,
Well,
we were
that was like
already friends for a few years at that point.
Well,
Okay, go ahead, tell the story.
yeah. So I don't know. We just like, I think I was kind of hesitant to hang out with you because I don't know. You were kind of a hothead. That's why I was like kind of just reading your Google chat and shit like that. I'm sorry, I've been a bad friend, but like,
No, dude. Okay, let me clarify. I was at that time. I was such a rager at Call of Duty, and sometimes I get those moments now. But like, I have to work on my anger management. But like at that time, if I ever got lost or if I got really frustrated in the game, I'd fucking just tell the story. Just tell the story.
Anyways, but like, oh my god. So you know how these COD missions have like Modern Warfare 2 has like these Modern Warfare 2 has like these co-op missions, and we decided to play on veteran because we got to get 3 stars on all missions. Well, not all missions, at least some missions to traverse.
Yeah.
Do all more missions, and the mission where you have to do all gillied up, but it's snow. I don't remember the mission name, but
I can't believe you remember the mission.
Screw the dogs. Screw the dogs. And like, being stealthy sucks. It's slow.
Yeah.
And Call of Duty, I feel like Modern Warfare 2 did it bad. Did stealth wrong.
Definitely.
I mean, because it's kind of hard, and it's not kind of hard, but like you have to be patient, and it takes forever.
Especially on veteran, because like if you slightly get spotted, like you just get aimbotted from every angle.
Yeah, and dogs will literally one shot you.
Fucking dogs.
Yeah, so pretty much dogs screw you over. Yeah, dogs will screw you over if you misclick, and we've done that. We've both done that before.
Yes.
And then the stupid bridge mission.
Oh.
I don't want to talk about that. That was rage. And then the final moment was Edgar's mom. Your mom decided Edgar, go outside. And then no. Yeah, I was like, Edgar, go outside. But then we decided to watch YouTube because I don't know, we were bored. So I just said, let's look up. I watched this guy named Mishy Lever. He did a parkour of running, like of this chasing the cops shit, like parkour. I didn't even know what parkour was because I played I didn't even know what parkour was until like PS4 era. But we watched this guy literally escape from the cops or a security guard, and then that's when we sparked up parkour.
Yeah. So this is this memory that Mo brings up. Like, we were playing COD. We were just it was a nice ass day outside, and I think it was summer, and we were just inside playing COD. And I had a big rage, and that led us to like, all right, let's do something else. We looked up, he showed me this YouTuber, and we fucking like that's what started all the crazy shit that we're about to get into. Because off the back of our we went to downtown because I live close to downtown. What did we do that first day? I think we just climbed a few walls.
We just climbed the bus, the
By
bus people,
by the bus
fat
station.
ass couldn't get over the wall.
That was our start. There was this little wall that we would always climb, and we basically like train on it. From that, I think the first few things we did was like we'd go to like the parking garages, we'd do parkour around there. Remember that? This one time we decided to go up to the parking garage with our bikes. We get to the top. No, so what we did, because we saw there was like a security guard walking around. For some reason, I decided, all right, let me go to the top and I'll tell you if there's anyone up there. So I go up in the elevator with my bike, and as soon as the door opens, there's a security guard staring at me dead in the eye, and he's like, "No, go back." Whole time, I know when the elevator comes back, it's gonna have Moses on with his bike as well. So I'm like sitting here like trying to make conversation with this security guard. Like, I could tell he's pissed, but he was playing fucking Pokemon Go. I remember that so clearly. And he's like, I'm trying to make conversation with him, and he wasn't having it. And then as soon as the elevator door opens again, it's fucking Moses with his bike. And he's just like, oh shit. He's like, no, you guys have to go. We fucking, I don't know. I don't know if he called the cops or anything, but we got out of there. Oh, that's just touching the surface, man. What else do you remember from the crazy shit that we've done?
Oh yeah. I think we did. So my school did well, our school did a running club, and it was one of the track and cross country people. So one of the coach was like, "No, there's no way you guys did 6 miles." Like, especially coming from you,
Yeah,
Edgar.
'cause I was not a
He's
runner
like,
at all.
yeah. Oh, and also you got fucked up too. So you got fucked up in the process,
Yeah.
and it sucked because we were like in downtown, and it was 3 miles, 3 miles to run from school. No, yeah, to run to
Yeah,
school,
three there, three back.
and it was cold as hell. We were trying to like at least soothe your pain, so at least it doesn't feel bad.
Did I
But
like
then
trip? What happened?
I think you tripped. We were climbing over something, and then you tripped. Oh no! You did a pole. You were something
Oh,
with the pole. I don't know. That was a pole, something like that. But
yeah.
yeah, that was when you kind of you was like screw it.
Yeah, so we get to so basically running club is you just show up and then you'd run and then you'd come back and you'd write down how many miles you did on this notebook. And that day I had a thing that was tracking my miles and we did 6.2 miles or something like that. And I mean I don't want to I remember a lot of the track kids and the cross country kids didn't take me or most seriously because for sure me because I was not in track. They're just like, well, why is this kid running with us? He's not in track, so they didn't take me seriously at all. So and they only did like 3 miles that day, I'm pretty sure. So they saw that we did 6, and they did not believe us at all. And then I pulled out my phone that had it on there, that had the miles that we did, and right away the coach just like completely changed his like tone, and he was trying to get me to join track, which I thought was very fucking funny.
Yeah, that's why the track kids and cross country like they love me. Like at least they love me because at least I bring kind of like joy to the group and to the team. And I remember gaming was gaming. I do a lot of like I used to like look at the animations from games and stuff like that. The Modern Warfare 3 Ranger gun.
Yeah, when you run looking up.
Yeah, I used to do that. I did the Naruto run. I used to pretend I had a machine gun.
Oh my god.
Like as like the walking animation for Modern Warfare. Or it's kind of
Yes.
like Call of Duty. Yeah. I remember some kid in the cross country race did a dabbed and got disqualified for it.
What?
I'm like, how the? So what's the difference between me holding an invisible gun and someone dabbing? Like, wouldn't you be wouldn't you be worried about me holding a pretend gun and then dabbing? And then
Oh my god.
yeah, my track coaches used to call me Machine Gun Moses.
Machine Gun Moses.
Yeah, I was like, oh, hi. Okay. But then I think they like how, because I don't know, they just bring joy. Because most of the track kids they just like to see me just have fun.
Yeah.
I just, because that's how I got my personality from. I got my personality from you, Edgar. Like I just fuck around. I like to fuck around now because I'm always sarcastic. Now I just fuck around with school. Like at least during online class, I just try to make everyone at least happy because it's a huge shift and I'm trying to make everyone happy. I'm just trying to make everything fun but yeah, I mean track. Honestly, if I wasn't that like open, like if I don't fuck around, but I was still serious. But if I don't fuck around, I won't be happy.
Yeah.
And that is how I got happy. Just mess around, but still do my work, and had people like me.
Yeah, dude, that was I remember I knew you a little bit early middle school, but we weren't really that good of friends, but I always just remember you being like a quiet kid that kept to himself. Like you messed around a little bit, but like you mainly kept it to yourself. I think
Mow in
when
the
you
morning.
and yeah, Mo in the morning. You and me okay, Mo in the morning. I'll explain what Mo in the morning is. I had Mo in the morning in French class and I called him Mo in the morning. That's what that is. Okay.
Office class.
Oh god. So basically I think from me like messing around and you seeing, I think we both sort of built off of each other and ended up being these these crazy ass kids that would do the dumbest shit. Like we have stories up like forever. Like we have a fucking archive of stories. I think one that I really want to talk about for sure is the island.
No,
No,
I don't want much.
no, dude. All we have to say is the island.
Okay. Oh, Mo Island. Okay, there you
Mo
go.
Island. So this island called Mo Island because we don't want to get arrested by the FBI.
Are you gonna cut that out?
You really think we're gonna get arrested for this?
I don't know. What if we're just
Yep.
dumb kids?
Yep.
Yeah. You
All right, here. All right, I'm gonna tell the story, and then you guys tell me if it could stay on, depending on what I say. Okay.
I was just kidding. Okay.
Okay. So.
Dude, you're good.
So this is how it goes. It was such a weird time. I think this is junior year of high school. We're jumping kind of ahead, so we'll cut back. But this is just too good of a story not to tell. A lot of people know this. Like if you know the story, you're probably a decent friend to me.
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know the story? Okay. I opened my locker. I would never open my dude. I rarely opened my locker in high school. I don't know about you guys, but I never used it throughout high school.
Same.
I opened it randomly just cause I was like, oh, I should probably just open my locker just to see, like, I don't know, I just want to open my locker, and there's a fucking note in there, a crumpled up piece of paper, and it was folded, and I opened it up, and there's just a shit ton of ones and zeros, and I'm like, what the fuck, this is okay, and I looked it up, and you could like enter it into the computer and translate it, and it translated out to coordinates, which I then put into Google Maps, which pointed to this island that was close to us. And I was like, okay, like I'm kind of curious and I kind of want to go on it just to see what's up because it looked like a cool island, but it's also kind of like weird. Do you remember, Mo, if that piece of paper had like a message too? I think it did, didn't it?
The other message.
No, because I think that was a different one.
There was another message after you got another note.
Yeah, so we're just like, we're confused about it, and then so we didn't do anything. But I talked to Mo about it. I talked to Paul about it, and we're like, I mean, we could go on it, but like this, we'd be trespassing if we went on the island. Which I don't know if I'll leave that in, but then out of nowhere, there's a fucking note in Mo's car. I think it was Morse code. I don't know if you remember.
I think so. And then
translated that, and that shit said, "Go to the." I don't know, what did it fucking say. I don't remember.
It was like some riddle. I was like, you know what? Screw this shit. I'm scared.
It was like a riddle, like trying to get us to go to the island, and it was so crazy how these two things correlated. And we were thinking that one of our friends is messing with us or some shit, and we had no clue. I think we thought like Alex was doing it, but like I don't think Alex would ever do that.
Unless.
And you never had access to your car. I don't think. Because at the time you were parking all the way in the train tracks. Anyways. Me, Pao, and Mo. Alex didn't go with us. But we decided to go on this fucking island. And it's a pretty big island. And we're like, alright, fuck it, let's go. We walk up. And you would think an island like this that apparently is government owned or some shit, you would think that it would have a lot of security. Bro, there's a shitty fence that you can walk around. And we did that. We walked around the fence. We searched this huge ass island. It smelled. Remember the smell, Mo? It was fucking gross how it smelled.
It smelled like kind of like algae. I mean, like I don't know how. It kind of smelled like very grassy or like kind of polluted.
It did smell polluted. It smelled like chemicals.
Wasn't it PCB or
like PCBs? Yeah, probably smelled like PCBs.
Yeah.
That's probably what it was. Fuck.
I don't know. It's some
That's what it was.
Wait, can we get like sick from that shit?
Yeah, dude. That's the whole point of that island is like to take it out of the water because dude, you know about like the whole dead zone, right?
Yeah, we went through we went straight through the island and then we ended up on the edge.
Yeah.
It was fucking crazy because
you know what that island is, right?
Yeah, we looked into it. We did our research.
Yeah.
Man-made island.
Before,
they drilled all the like dirt with the PCBs and stuff.
Oh my god.
Out of the water and literally just made an island out of it.
Oh wow. And
that's what it was.
Our dumbasses. I remember we were like asking teachers about it because we weren't really sure if we wanted to go on it or not. they didn't catch on to like the fact that we were trying to go into the island. We're like, oh, why is this kid asking us about the fucking random ass island? Because we were talking about like, if we go on, are we gonna get sick? Basically, I think we asked that to like Mr. Klein or someone. So yeah, we went on this fucking island, and we didn't find anything too. I don't know what we were looking for. I think we were looking for something kind of like just like, I don't know, like supernatural or something. Because we were kids at the time. Like we wanted to like find some adventure, like aliens and shit. But all we found was this cross, because the coordinates pointed exactly to this massive like circle that was filled with rocks, and at the end of the circle there was a cross, and that's where that exact coordinate was pointing to. So it had something to do with this cross, and we fucked with it. I think we all like T-posed on it, and nothing happened. And
You didn't fuck with it.
no, we were we were like shaking it and like trying to like turn it like if it was like a lever or something.
I don't think so. I think we just did we just saw it and then we just looked at it and like, oh.
I remember touching it. It was just like it was like plastic. So, like there was nothing on there. We were kind of pissed, and then we were just like, all right, now we got to make the journey back because we don't know if there was sensors or if somehow people knew we were on here. So we had a long fucking sprint to get back to the end of the island. And then there was like semi-drivers that we had to dodge. Like we were laying on the floor hiding from semi-drivers.
Yeah. So also the run back was. Oh no, we took rocks too.
Yeah.
For like as a collection, but yeah, the run back was harsh. It
Yeah.
Was either because it was during my cross country season too, and one misstep, your leg's broken.
Yeah, we were running on these big ass rocks, and we had to keep a good pace because we kept getting scared because we'd look off into the streets and we would see lights, and we weren't sure if people were trying to get us or if they knew we were there. So we're like, fuck, we gotta go. And luckily we got away, and we did not get caught. We're never gonna go back because there was really nothing on there. But yeah, that was the island story.
And then we left the hairspray.
And then yeah, we went to go watch Hairspray.
It was
fun.
I never thought I would like a musical.
It was funny because that day I remember because I wasn't into theater at that time yet. I was still, because I didn't get into it until the spring of that year. And I remember watching people backstage, and I was like, damn, I could be back there. And that was one of like the things that really got me into doing this whole thing. But this episode isn't about me. So.
But this kid decided to just bring me into musical, and I tested it out. It was fun. What a nice experience, but at the same time,
It was a lot of work.
It was a lot. I couldn't handle it because, being the only art kid.
Yeah.
Being the only art kid that can do digital art sucks. And
yeah. It was crazy because she would add something else that we had to make every day, basically.
That's when my mental like health just my stress just skyrocketed. I'm like, I think I was so like I think when the show started, I was pissed. I was just not happy. But then in the outcome, it worked. The first show was kind of it was all right. I messed up in one, but
we really killed it the second show though. It was completely perfect. Was good. But I think it was a lot of work, but in the end, I think I don't know about you, but I really got a good like sense of pride from all the work that we did.
It was relaxing. I mean, not relaxing, but like it was a relief. I just like would I do theater? Not really, but what I do like the artwork, I would do it. And, like I feel like I kind of got some like kind of experience from the art style But then I just said, fuck it, I'm going to just copy and paste random ass pictures.
That's all we could do at that point because we had so much in so little time.
Oh, yeah. The whole time I was kind of stressed. Like, when I'm stressed out, I feel like I kind of bring the dark side of me. And, this kid saw it. This kid saw the dark side of me.
Yes, I did.
And I wouldn't want to just show it because it's kind of bad. Because it's not good for YouTube. But
we get demonetized.
Yeah, demonetized. But it's not really good. It's like I used to I don't know. Every time stress comes over, I just think dark. It's not really that healthy to think of that because I don't know. But yeah, I should never do that. But
I just
Yeah,
think we all have different ways to cope with stress, and weirdly, that was yours, having these dark thoughts.
and that is not a good idea. But then I think I realized like I found my true potential. It's like I'd rather be doing art instead of like working on a like really. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing a big project, but like working on a project that's like trying to cram in shit. It's like I got to cram this shit in, got to do that. Like no, I'm not. That's on your own. Because we had a team. We had a
Hmm.
team project, but then everyone decided to leave. Like okay,
Basically, on the day before the end of winter break this year, me, Moses, and Alex decided to go to Tundra Lodge for free. We didn't go into the pool area because there was a lot of people and COVID central right there.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
That's right.
Fucking we just walked in and it was ridiculous how many. Oh, you remember how many fucking people were lined up?
yeah, there was. You can just easily get in. I mean, to be honest, hotels are easy to get in. To be honest,
Yeah.
it's not that bad.
A big thing of what we do is like we sneak into places. We sneak into like hotels. We never steal anything. Just to like get on the right side of the law here. We just sort of sneak in and see what we can do for free.
You just gotta act normal. That's it.
I remember this before we continue on the Tundra Lodge story. That one hotel that had the bowling alley that we went with Caden, which we'll tell that story then when we do his. But that was like we just go into hotels and just use what they have and just fuck around. And if I don't think we've ever really gotten kicked out, we've always gotten away. But this time we went to Tundra Lodge. There was such a long line that the front desk people did not notice us just walk straight in. We went down to the arcade. We didn't want to spend any money, so I was like,
We almost spent
usually,
$3.
yeah, usually you find tokens like under machines. If you go to like an arcade that takes tokens, look under the machines. I'm telling you, you find a fucking jackpot of tokens because people drop their tokens and they end up under the machines. I pushed these machines away from the wall, and I came out with a fucking big ass handful that must have been like at least $5 or more worth of tokens. And us three, we had a good time there. We were fucking. This Mo got a fucking jackpot on the jump rope game. I don't know how the fuck. You have to jump fast as fuck. And he had a fucking jackpot. It was like 300 tickets. We
No,
just
it
had
was
a good time.
it was 200, but it was so I think me and Alex, I was jumping on it, and then I told Alex, "Get on, get on, get on!" And then no, it was Alex first, and I told, and he jumped off. I was like, "Oh,
You guys
shit."
traded and you still got the jackpot?
Yeah,
Oh my god. That was fun because like we were looking for shit to do that whole day because we couldn't because it's Green Bay during a pandemic and we couldn't really find anything to do and we ended up having a good ass time for free basically.
but also he lost his wallet, and
Yeah, that was just
thankfully
stupid.
I can retrace steps really nice. Like
That was my
not like
wallet. That was really annoying, but we found it and we kept having fun. But it's
It was
crazy.
dark.
Like if you go looking for something fun to do, I mean, you either end up in trouble or you find something like what we did that time.
But I think probably my best. I think probably my best times was high school. It's like literally junior and senior was like the best years. To be honest, math class was having math class with Luke was really fun. There was a lot of shit that I don't know. Like our math teacher was kind of like those jock teachers and shit, and he was one of the coolest teachers. He would like mostly mess with the jock people, but it was me, Luke, and other friends too. It was the best.
Dude, that class was pretty fun. I can't lie. I don't know. It was definitely one of the best classes, but not in the days where it was just like taught, like where he would just be like teaching stuff all day. Like those days kind of sucked. I can't lie, but whatever. It's like that.
It's
every
math.
class.
How fun can
Yeah.
math be?
Yeah.
But the jocks just, I don't know, they most likely the jocks just made it loud. It felt kind of fun and lively, but at the same time, it was just kind of annoying because it gets so
There were
loud.
days where I hated that class because it was so annoying. Like, I would just put like my earbuds because I sat in like the, I don't know. I used to sit in the back because he had us pick our own seats like originally. So I sat in the back with like Brock and Octavio and stuff. Wait, that's the class, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
it was Brock,
Yeah, that's the
Octavio.
class. Yeah, so I sat in the back, and then like eventually he moved me to like the front, he always hated on me. I don't know why. Like, dude, there
I,
was that dude. Oh my god, there's that one day that everybody in the whole class was on their phone and shit, and like he just comes up and takes my phone away,
Oh my
and like says
god.
it. He says it. He's like, you can go pick it up from the principal after school. I'm like, are you serious? He's like, yep. I'm like, okay, whatever. So then I think he also took like Octavio's or something. So then I go to pick up my phone, and I had like that. I don't know his name, bro, but that one principal that was new and like, God, I hated that guy. He was like super skinny.
Who is this guy? Oh.
It was like it was like Mr. L something.
The
I remember.
captain?
Yeah,
the
that.
captain.
Oh my
God.
god.
God, dude, that was my freaking principal. So
Oh.
Octavio's principal was fuck, I don't remember any of their names. The one that got arrested.
Yes. Yes.
Um, but yeah, so he goes to pick up his phone. Dude just hands it to him and he walks away, right?
Yeah.
I go to get my phone. Dude's like, okay, close the door, sit down. He's like, so, what were you doing? I'm like, I was on my phone. He's like, why were you doing that? I'm like, because everybody else in the class. He's like, okay, well, when I'm speeding and I get pulled over, I don't say that the other guy was going faster. I just accept it. I'm like, dude, shut up, bro. Just give me my fucking phone back. Like, he was trying to make it a whole life lesson. I'm like, dude, I literally was on my phone because everybody in the class was on their phone too. And I was just fucking chilling. All of a sudden, my phone gets taken away. And like, dude, I sat there for like 15 minutes while he talked to me.
Oh my
I just looked him dead in the eyes the whole time. Like, are you seriously doing this, bro? Like, just give me my phone so I can leave. Dude, that
I
guy
feel
was such
bad.
an asshole, dude.
He,
Honestly.
yeah, I think a lot of times I also clashed with these principals because it was crazy. Like me and Mo would just be like messing around in school, like not hurting anyone. Like we would, okay, except for like when we fucking, oh, the elevator. I forgot about the elevator. That's the next story we're telling.
Oh my god.
But like we did a lot of dumb shit. Like we would just like, I don't know, like slide around in the hallways and just do like dumb shit. And he would always like, when he would start yelling at me, and I'm like, why are you wasting my time? Why are you wasting my time and your time yelling at me when there's people fucking juuling in the bathrooms right now, literally as we speak? Like, go worry about that. There's people fucking selling weed over there by the fucking vending machines. Like, go deal with that shit. Why are you dealing with me? I'm just fucking having a good. I'm just sliding down the hallway, like, bro. And I was always pissed because like I was like,
Dude.
why are you wasting your energy on me? I'm not the problem of the
Dude,
school.
I had to go. I had to go to his office for some reason one time. I don't even remember what it was for. Oh, dude, I know what it was. Dude, this is what it was. I literally had to get, like, you know, the off-campus study hall. I
Yeah.
needed his signature so I could get off-campus study hall, and like, I don't know, it was due like a certain day or something, and I didn't have my mom's signature, but I already asked her, and like, whatever, she would have signed it, but I forgot to ask her for the signature, so I just signed it myself,
Oh no.
and then I brought it in there, and he's like, okay, there's something's up with the signature. It looks a little fishy. I'm like, well, my mom signed it. He's like, oh, you sure about that? I'm like, yep. And like, I basically didn't. I kept denying that it was that I signed it. And then he just made this big deal about it. He's like, okay, well, I'm gonna give you a new paper, and you're gonna get a real signature. And then like, then I came back with the actual signature, right? And like, oh my god, that was so fucking annoying.
What did he
came back-
compare them?
No, he didn't even keep it. But anyway, I came back and he's like, okay, now I'm gonna look over your record to make sure that I'm gonna approve this. And he's like, oh, what's this? What's this freshman year? What happened that? What happened? Like, oh my god, on Halloween freshman year. I'm like, I didn't come to school. Like, yeah, he made me explain myself for something. This is
Oh my
senior year, bro.
God.
He made me explain what I did in freshman year to him.
Oh
Like,
my.
What? I'm like, bro, that was 4 years ago. Why the fuck are you talking to me about that? I skipped one day of school. Like, what the fuck, bro? Oh my god. He's like, yeah. So that was a bad decision, right? I'm like, yeah. Just give me my fucking paper, dude. Let me get the fuck out of here, bro. Oh my god, that guy pissed me off so much.
Oh my god.
He was such an asshole, dude. I swear to God.
I think I never got a referral except for the elevator incident.
Yeah, that's where we got fucked over. All
That was
right.
my first
You
referral.
want to tell the story, Mo?
Yeah. So I think
Tell it good though. Every detail you remember.
okay. So we had biology class, like, but we're in a different room. So it was me and my other friend Pao, and Edgar was in the other room, like kind of behind us, or I don't know how you explain it, but we decided to say fuck it, let's ditch my friend Pao, our friend Pao, and head straight to the elevator, because we go from we go from down, we go down and then go down and then over up, down under up, yeah. And then
Basically, what he's trying to say is we had class together that ended at the same time, and we all left and walked to our next class at the same time.
you explained it well. You explained it really well. But then we just said, fuck it. Let's jump on the elevator. Dun, 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 doosh. Wow.
We're stuck. We're stuck between 2 floors.
And it was scary. I was like, I'm like, how the it's just, because it was like our last period too, like almost our next period, but it's
Yeah.
almost last. And I was like, I want to go home. But then, you know what? We didn't like panic or anything. We just did our
Yeah,
own
we were really
usual shit.
chill. We started doing homework. Remember, we started doing our math homework, and there was like a math teacher that like walked by. She's like, "What's going on?" As they're trying to get us out, and I'm like, "Yo, I have a question on my homework," and I like handed her my notebook, and she told me how to do it. Like we were there for a whole hour. We were stuck. There's videos that I'll have them playing in the background, but we were stuck, and this whole time we're like, "Fuck, dude, our parents, we're gonna get fucking really in trouble." And after a long ass hour of us just sitting in this fucking elevator, and they're getting us out. Fucking, I get out. It's already almost time for the day to be over. It's almost 3 o'clock, and I see my dad in the hallway as I'm walking towards the office, and he's literally laughing at me. He's like, "Did you really get stuck in the elevator?" And he just made fun of me the rest of the day. And Mo, I know your parents had a very different reaction.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks to have like strict, like you should do better. My parents would, they're kind of like they expect me to be a good boy in high school. But yeah, from like don't hang out with Edgar, but I still do.
Yeah, they're basically like, don't hang out with them, but we still found their way. That story. So you know how like you have to make an essay to apply for colleges. My essay was centered around the elevator story, and that got me into college. So I look back at that and I'm like, well, it was a great story we get to tell in the future that we got stuck in the elevator together. It also got me into college, so maybe it wasn't that bad of a thing at the end of it.
Yeah. Yeah. So when I got out of the office and shit, getting a referral, they're like, "Where were you?" I think my coaches were like, "Where were you?" It's like, my coach was like, I think they didn't really care, because I just said, "Yo, I got stuck in the elevator," and then they're like, "What the fuck? How?" Oh, we did something stupid.
Didn't we say that like, we were just like, oh, it just got stuck. Like we didn't say that we jumped or anything.
Yeah, we just lied about it. But then yeah, I was like, "How the hell did you get stuck?" Yeah, we just got stuck in the elevator. And then I think one of my run distance coaches was like, he saw fire trucks and like, what the hell's? I think he asked me like, "What the hell's happening?" He's like, "Yeah, I got stuck."
God. Dude, I left before the fire trucks came. I can't believe fire trucks actually showed up.
Like, I don't know what the hell going on. I don't know what the hell's going on.
That was just such a crazy, like, I'm really surprised that like we kept our cool throughout it. We're just joking about it, but I mean we were fucking stuck, and I was like, I'm gonna get in so much trouble, like with not only with my parents but like with the school. We ended up just getting referrals each, and which don't really do anything. It's just a little like record on your school shit. And
Just community service.
Dude, remember
Yeah.
when like a referral was like the scariest thing ever?
dude, I remember crying
Dude.
to my teacher, be
And
like, "Don't give me a referral."
And then you get one, and then it's just like, oh, okay. I think I had two or three. I don't know. It could be three because like three, like after a while you get suspended, right?
I don't know how that
I don't
works.
even remember. I don't remember how it worked, but I think
there
I
was a lot
had
of
2 or
people.
3.
Dude, it's mental because they had them since elementary school. Because I remember I had one of my teachers like look into my record, and there was one from when I pushed a kid down in 5th grade because he laughed. He scored a goal on me in soccer, and I pushed him down. And there was like a description with it.
Dude, that's so stupid.
I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I don't know. That's so dumb. In my
Like those,
opinion.
it's like those memes where
All of mine were from skipping class, though. Dude, I skipped almost every day.
Oh my.
Especially senior year, like, yeah.
I didn't have a reason.
I would literally just like decide which classes I would go to.
Yeah, I didn't have a reason to skip because like I remember people would skip in middle school. I was like, "You're just gonna sit in the damn bathroom. Like, what are you gonna do?"
Yeah, middle school it was not.
Yeah, there's
worth it.
no
High
point
school,
to
you could
skip.
literally just walk out.
And just like go home. I remember. Mo, you remember the first time we skipped? No, no, okay, okay. So I remember like the concept of skipping class for me all throughout middle school was just so like never do it, you'll go to hell, basically. And then you get to high school and like if you skip, like you go to like the other person's lunch. It was me and Pao and Mo. You had a different lunch, and I remember we were gonna
Oh my
skip for
god.
you and we are gonna surprise you. But the day that we skipped, the first day we ever skipped, this fucker fucking like, where were you, dude? Like you weren't at school.
I was at a food trip. I
We
was at
were we were looking all over for you, and we were like, oh my god, did we really just fucking skip when he wasn't there? And we ended up just
Yeah,
like going back into the
once
woods.
you like skip after like 15 minutes, like you can't just show up to class. Like
No.
you have to like go with it. I remember one time I tried to skip and like go to like a study hall in the cafeteria, but like they came around and like checked everybody's IDs.
Oh,
And,
you told me about
every
that. You
day.
told me about that. I remember that.
Yeah, and I tried to like make some bullshit story, like I was like tutoring somebody, and they're just like, nope, nope, it's not, it's whatever. But so I just left and went home.
Oh
I just
my
walked.
god.
I was like, all right, that's cool. I'll just leave then. I literally just walked to the gym doors and just left. Like it was that simple.
I remember when we guys skipped. I remember you guys told me that the whole school smelled like weed.
Yeah, that day was
Came back.
that was the weed day.
I don't remember that.
I remember there was a few days when we were there where it would just the whole cafeteria would stink like fucking weed. Like what the hell, man?
That's pretty funny.
Everyone just walked around like it's normal. It's like, oh, it smells bad, and I was like, I didn't even know how weed smelled like at that point either. So I'm just like, what the hell is that smell? And then I think I was walking with this kid that was a big weed head, and he's like, dude, that's weed, don't you know? Like, no, I've never smelled it before.
But yeah,
Dude, fucking Preble was ghetto as hell.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
I mean, I
It
think
could be worse.
it was
Look at
pretty
East.
bad.
East. I would assume East would be bad.
I mean, I never went to East. Like, I've never seen the inside of East or lived a day at East High School, so I wouldn't really know. Like, I always
That's-
assumed East was
is
ghetto.
definitely worse.
Really?
Yeah, like everybody that doesn't go to Preble considers Preble like the like the rich school basically. Like
Yeah,
West is
rich
bad,
school.
East is bad, like Southwest is bad, like all of them pretty much.
You know, talking about high school, different high schools, me and Mo have basically gone on the roof of every single high school in the Green Bay area, apart from like one or two.
But how? You just climb.
You climb. There's always a way. If there's a will, there's a way to get up. Using dumpsters, using windows, sheds.
There is one. We almost. I think if we were ever watch our step, we would have got stuck in this school.
Oh yeah, this was. I'm not gonna say the specific school, but there was a school that had a courtyard in the middle of it, and we went there at night, and it was dark as fuck. So if we would have misstepped, we would have fallen into the courtyard and gotten stuck at the school because there's no way back over.
But if I have rope in my car, so I can easily.
That would have
But not if you fell.
We both fell.
Oh, okay, never mind. Trees.
I think there were trees in there. Yeah, yeah. We did. This was
Oh,
like
I
the
know
summer.
I know what school. Okay, I know what school.
You know what school? This is the summer before. Was it the summer before fucking sophomore year
Like yeah, sophomore year
of college?
yeah.
We just drove around to all these different high schools. I think there was one that the door was just open, and it was completely empty. And we just walked around this school, completely empty school. Didn't take anything. Didn't do anything legal. We just walked around it. And one of our old teachers transferred there, which we have to talk about this class, Mo, of speech class.
Later.
Yeah, I think we went into a few different schools. There's one. It was broad daylight, and we just walked in. Like there was like a garage door that was open. There was people. There was janitors, and we just walked in, just to explore. Like there was no like bad intent with it. We would just like to explore.
Yeah, just see a new high school. I mean, what's wrong with exploring?
Yeah. All right. Let's start asking some questions, and if you
Yeah.
want to start to close this out, I'll let you do one, Luke.
Okay. All right. Well, Moses, what is something you wish you knew sooner in life that you know now?
Probably doing loans, like properly doing loans and shit. Because honestly, like PSL didn't really teach me anything, or personal financial literacy didn't really teach anything at all. I just kind of just hope I passed because it was required.
Mm-hmm.
And going to college is like, oh shit, I got to do all this shit. I got to do everything. It's like, oh my god, it's taking a loan out was scary because what if I mess up? Like, nope.
Yeah. So you just kind of had to like teach yourself everything, or like kind of just find out on your own, basically?
I pretty much had help, but and then after that, I just kind of just taught myself how to do it, and it was I'm like, hopefully did it right, otherwise, jail.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So basically, like you wish you knew then how to do it, so that you wouldn't have to like was it a hard process for you? Did it take a long time? Is that why you wish you knew sooner?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it was kind of a procrastination too, and
Yeah.
it's like, big words, like financial terms. Like I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Like, and also like trying to get your parents' taxes was like one of the hardest things ever. Just trying to like insert is like, damn.
So if you go back a little bit to your childhood, how did all those challenges you faced early on, how do you think they shaped you to who you are today?
I think living kind of like a lie technically, because when you're being shielded by your parents and shit, kind of didn't really help me. Kind of didn't really help me at all, because like you're just being shielded from your parents. Like you don't see their bad shit, and literally, I think middle school is when I started learning how to do it. Like, okay, I can do this shit. I can do this shit. I can probably do bad shit. Not like bad shit, but like fuck around and probably shape myself instead of like being at home, being lazy, doing nothing, being told what your parents do. And honestly, like when I went to high school, it's like I've kind of just said, fuck it. I'd rather be this person or not.
So Moses, where do you get your motivation from, or like what inspires you? Is it just like do you ever struggle with motivation, or does it just always feel natural to you?
I think my motivation, well, for my art motivation, I honestly had no motivation for art because I just traced. And like, it'd be cool to have yourself be known as a art kid, but like at the same time, it was hard. At the same time, I was like, what if I don't want to do this? But then I decided to just say, fuck it. I I gave one of my pieces to my teacher or to the social worker that I know now, and he liked it. And I was like, oh. And then I think I feel like I was kind of going overboard with it. But then he still liked it, and that's why I was like, you know what? I decided to be an illustrator, just help out, like at least put my art out there. And he's pretty much been my motivator, kind of like because I was fat in middle school, and I'm like, I need to join clubs. I need to join sports, like just work out. And seeing how he transformed from big to like kind of to like thin, I was like, maybe I could do that. I could just focus on myself, like focus who I want to be. But at the same time, was when I got kind of jealous, and I was like, I want to be like him. I want to be like kind of be like a clone of him. But then at the same time, like I can't be him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to learn how to just disassociate with him from being myself, because he's he works for security. Like he goes to police. He went to police academy. He's like, damn, I want to do that. But then I'm like, no, I can't, because I could do it, but I gotta work on my own stuff. Like this is not. I don't want to be in that life. I just want to focus.
Hmm.
But then my mind is like, I want to be like him. I just can't. I have to stop. And that's when college hit. I decided to just start distancing from talking to him, because honestly, like it just kind of it brought my self motivation down. But at least we still talk, so that's good.
Yeah.
Um,
So oh
Go ahead.
yeah, he kind of like mentored you a little bit. It seems like, and kind of inspired you to be, or like inspired how you wanted to be like in your own life. Um, do you still feel motivated by him, or is there something else where you said like you went to college now? Do you have to like find your own motivation somewhere else, or do you still think back to those conversations and stuff and kind of find motivation from that? So
I think like now that I'm in college, I found like motivation for myself, but I still come back to him just for like just to like at least get some Minor kicks, like just to get a little motivated. Just
Yeah.
it'd be cool. Just to check up on other teachers that I know too, and usually it's kind of nice to just talk to old like teachers and shit.
Hmm.
But I think him talk like I mostly talk all my personal shit to him because that's when like I trust him the most. And well, sorry, Andrew,
Dude, no,
but
that's okay.
but like because he understands like how I feel, but like because he can deal with it. He's like a social worker, so well, yeah, I
Yeah.
would assume.
Yeah, I wanted to speak on that a little bit. I always knew that you were kind of going through shit, and I mean, I was just a kid the same age as you. I was never really good at dealing with other friends' problems and stuff like that. I was really glad that you had him as a mentor throughout all of that, because I did not know how to deal with stuff like that, and he obviously like that's what he went to school for. He's a social worker, so I'm really glad that he was there for you during like all your hard times.
Yeah, I mean, like talking to people, like I don't care, but I would go towards him because I know him the most, and most likely, I think talking to you was like I wouldn't mind talking about the homie shit, like mostly like deep shit. I usually go with Edgar, and then most of my personal shit would go for the mentor, like because he's hopefully he can see this, but I mean,
Dude, that'd be
yeah,
dope. Yeah, I hope he listens to this. Shout
yo,
outs to you, man. You know who you
yo,
are. We don't need to say your
no,
name.
no, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of sad how I mean, I hate to just cling on to him, but like I have to distance myself. Like I gotta stop. I have to go on. It's not. I can't focus on his life. I gotta go. I didn't really tell my family about it because they think that it's kind of useless. So like, okay, maybe I'm like I I had to wait for him because just to look at my art because we had a senior showcase and I put up all my art and I'm like, oh shoot, this is the last day. I'm like, I have to wait for him. And the art teacher decided art teacher took time and wait just because he transferred. So I'm like, okay. It was nice talking to him, and honestly, it was kind of nice to see him just to support.
Dude, yeah, that last art show that you had, um, I'll probably put some pictures of that. I don't know if you saw pictures of from those art things you did at the senior show, but it was basically like a story of you and him. And I remember the first time I saw it all laid out, I literally cried. Like I'm not even kidding. I fucking cried because it. I don't know. I never thought that I could get those sort of feelings from art, but when you know the person and you know how much that he meant to you, like I knew that, and I saw all the emotion in these different artworks, I was like, wow, like I could tell you put a lot of meaning and work into it. And I remember I was a little bitch. I teared up.
Yeah, I'm like, I mean, you helped me out, but like, it's like you helped me with the like, kind of creating my personality and shit. It's like honestly, like, without that, I would never got it. Like, just if I would never met you, I would have been just staying at home doing nothing.
Well, I'm glad I could help in that way.
But yeah, so he was my main like mentor. So it was nice to talk to him.
Nice.
Talk to Instagram, so it was nice. But hopefully he can see this. If not, then
We'll send it to him.
doesn't matter.
In terms of your career with art and stuff, where do you want to be in the next 5 years?
I guess probably. I think that's kind of too. Probably 5 years is kind of short. Cause
All right, let's say 10.
okay, maybe work at a company or like some kind of like industry. Like I'm probably have to move out of state, but at least try to stay in the gaming industry. Just work on designing stuff, designing UI design or guns, or kind of like in the gaming industry. But overall, I'll still do contract work for like years and shit. But I think what I want to see myself into games. Work in big projects with people and hopefully get a nice life.
What in your life has fascinated you the most?
Ooh, okay. Probably the furry community, and I think I used to hate. I remember people would always bash on the furry community, and I did that too. I used to bash on them so much, but then I went to one convention, and that was when I decided, they're not that bad. I mean, they could be cringe, but like they're not that bad. Like, what's so mean about them? What's so bad about them? And then I remember, I was like, I'm such a bad friend, but like during the second, I went to the convention, same convention, like next year, and I felt like shit because Edgar was there, and I didn't really talk to him because I I I was like, so I was kind of scared, like, oh, you're fucking furry, and I was like, no, 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 no.
So,
Like, I was kind of
like, I
shook.
remember Mo, because you and me would like roast furries way back when, and that's actually what my next question was going to be, like how you became a furry. Um, it was weird for me because uh I had to support my friend no matter what he did, and at that time I was so like just because from what I knew from furries and from what a lot of people know is like the furry porn, and obviously there's a completely different world that is nowhere near like that and not gross at all, and they focus on their art and like creating costumes, and that's what you do. And I remember at first I was kind of like weirded out like slightly, but then I was like, you know what, dude, this is my friend and he can do whatever he wants. And not only that, like you had a talent with this, like you made these different costumes, and I thought that was crazy.
Yeah, I remember throwing my costume, one of my costumes I hand sewn. It was like in the garbage because we're moving to a new place, and I'm like, I don't want this.
Doesn't
And
exist
then people,
anymore.
yeah, it doesn't exist. I have pictures of it, but it was like, I was like, some people on Twitter were like, why'd you throw it away? I was like, well, I don't want it. I could have bought it. Well, it probably doesn't fit you. But yeah, I mean, I felt I was such a bad friend. Like, man,
I
if we
mean,
could,
that's fine. Like that was just like it was just a little like I was there with my sister and stuff like, and I literally just went there because I knew you were going there. But there was plenty of stuff for me to do. There was like VR shit that I was doing.
well, the viewership's pretty fun.
Yeah, that was it's a convention they have where it's there's no really theme, like it's mainly anime, I guess, but you'll see furries and you'll see basically anything that has like comics or stuff like that.
I think as time goes on, they do change. Like they started applying themes to it now. So like, oh, cyberpunk, oh, steampunk, doesn't matter. Like, yeah, they keep adding on themes. And honestly, I think one of the shit that, so I went to one convention in Wisconsin Dells, and I remember there's these teenage boys. They gave me a disc called God's Hand, and
What?
I'm like, what the fuck?
Like their
And
mixtape?
no, like God's Hand, as in like you need a hand with God. You know,
Oh,
I'm like, wow, that's so
because
mean.
you were
I
you
did
were had
not.
your furry suit at the time.
Yeah, I had a fursuit, and I'm like, that is so mean.
What
But
the
whatever.
fuck?
I threw it away because I didn't really care because I was helping my brother work on his video.
Yeah.
But then my brother was like, "Don't. Who cares? Just throw it away." I was like, "Fine, I'll throw it away." I mean, I would have totally kept it.
Oh
It
my
would have been like
god,
funny as hell.
that would have been funny, dude. So that was their way of like trying to make fun of you, I guess.
Nah, but honestly, like nothing. I mean, nothing really phases me until they like legit make fun of me. Like, oh, just a damn disc. Oh, it's just a box and that's it. But that was funny though.
That's fucking weird. You to close off on all of this, you have like I think. Do you think like furry art is like your main type of art right now?
Not really anymore. Like, well, I'll still do it. I mean, yeah, I love it. I would do it, but like, I'm trying to branch out and just at least make my portfolio better instead of like one main thing, and then because I want to diverse myself with like drawing people,
Yeah.
humans, like stuff, like items, pretty much anything. You just gotta make sure I don't stay in one group and then don't get anywhere with my career. So.
So do you think that niche really helped you like expand your art skills and branch out to different type of stuff?
Uh, yeah, I think so. Because I think I was afraid of being called a furry at art school, but dude, I know there's people who draw furry shit. It's like, okay, not that bad. Because they don't really judge. If you judge, then well, you're definitely gonna get it with the other people at school.
I imagine with like in your life you face like diversity and um like like you said being bullied and stuff like that, and you mentioned that it doesn't really affect you that much, but obviously there's a lot of people that do get affected by that kind of thing. And so basically, to tie it all together, how do you think you or like anyone else could build up their confidence in themselves?
Ooh, okay, okay. Yeah. I had no confidence. I remember I wanted to be a white person, and I was like, I
Yeah,
was like, because so apparently this is it's pretty kind of common.
Dude,
I
I'm not
yeah
laughing because I think it's funny. I laugh because I know people that relate to that so well.
Like, yeah, I was
yeah
like, I know this is pretty common. I mean, I know I used to watch this, like I watched a stream where she was like she talked about the same kind of subject like what you say, and I'm like,
wow
damn, that kind of sucks. Like,
yeah
I mean
that's really shitty.
that's really shit. Is like, because like you can't shoot like you can't like people ask, oh not people ask, but like you're kind of scared to show your diversity because like it kind of feels threatening to like show your like what your culture is because
Yeah
what if they make fun of it,
yeah
but then at the same time I'm just like at the same time like well they're just interested in what they want to say because what if they could be racist or something like that. I don't think they're gonna be racist, they're just interested.
hmm
And honestly, like after growing up, like I don't care about being white. I love my race, like I love my race. I don't care about what people say about my race. Like
yeah
just when you grow up, you're gonna know like diversity is one of the best things.
for
Like white
sure.
people, like you can like white culture, black culture, Asian culture. Don't they're all nice. Like I I just love them. I'm always interested in like all those cultures and shit.
Yeah, me too.
Like
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think it's awesome that everybody is like unique and like different people have different cultures and stuff. And like I don't know, that's just really cool to me because if everybody was just the same, and everybody had the same culture and everything, like it'd just be really boring and like nobody would be original. Kind of like internet culture, because internet culture is its own thing too, where like whatever you want to call it, but like Instagram influencers and everything. To me, they just all look the same. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
matter if it's a dude or a chick. It doesn't matter the gender. They just all look the same. You know what I'm saying? Like how many dudes with like that curly hair and like
The
the like
perm.
shaved side, like you see the same, like they all look the same, like to me anyway. And they all act the same and talk the
Are
same and
you
like
gonna
do
roast
all.
my curly hair? Oh my god.
No,
No, but
I'm not talking about that.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I was
no,
talking
but
about like the standard fuckboy, you don't know
Yes,
what
I
I'm
know
talking about.
exactly
Yeah.
what you mean.
Yeah, everybody does because I don't know, that's just like the thing now. It's just annoying. Like if everybody was like that, you know how hard it would be to like make a name for yourself, you know how hard
Yeah.
it would be to like even like meet people because like everybody would just expect all the like they would look at you and know everything about you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
oh wait,
So
there's a
I think it's
video.
really cool that I think it's really cool that everybody has their own personality and everybody has their own culture and everything. And I think race is one of the coolest things about humanity because like depending on like where these humans evolved from, like all of these things in their culture and everything is so different, but we're still the same species. I think it's just really cool.
Yeah, it's like once you grow up, like coming from like an Asian person who wants to be white, who wanted to be white. It's when you grow up, it's kind of you just kind of like deal with it, like not deal with it, but like you just kind of learn, like oh, your culture is pretty nice.
Hmm.
And when you grow up, like pretty much middle age, you really don't care what people say, and it's well you don't really care what people say to you, but overall, it's like I just I like being who I am. It's not I don't want to
Yeah.
be who that person is. But you said like
Hmm.
you have to like I like who I am. I think one of the biggest drawbacks was my mentor. I wanted to be like him, but at the same time, like I have to learn. Like I've grown out of it. I have to
Hmm.
deal with it by myself. Like I
Yeah.
have other shit to do.
Yeah. So I think like I don't know. I'll just kind of sum up what you're trying to say. I think is um, like if you want to build confidence in yourself, you just really have to embrace who you are. You know, especially like the things that you can't change about yourself, like your race or your whatever. It doesn't matter, your height, whatever. Like if you're insecure about all these things, like just embrace it. You know, like I heard this one story on this podcast where this guy had like a gap tooth or something, and he was like in a bar just talking to some girl, and she was like a dental hygienist or whatever. And she's like, you know, we can fix that, and he's like, oh really? I didn't know they could make. I don't know they could make my gap teeth wider. Like that sounds awesome. So you just kind of like you just kind of have to like make fun, not make fun of yourself, but like just take it. Don't take yourself too seriously.
Yeah,
Like really embrace who you are and like understand that you know you don't have to be just like everybody else. You don't have to be this or that. You don't like even if you look up to somebody, you don't have to be just like them just to look up to them.
that's
So
what I did to
that's important.
that's what it is with the kids. Like, I just took jabs. Like, okay, that doesn't really hurt. I
Mhm.
mean, yeah, it did hurt, but like, I just don't really care because that's why I've been like, I may sound ignorant and shit, but like, I don't care. It's like you
Oh,
can
that's
force.
not. Yeah, that's not ignorant. That's not ignorant.
It's like you can force all your shit. Like, you can be vegan, you can force all that shit down me, but I don't care. It's like you gotta make me care. You can't just show pictures. Like, I don't care. I don't
Yeah,
care. Like, I remember, uh, like, I just don't like people who shove down shit down my throat. Like, I don't want that because if you do that, you're not you.
yeah. I mean, those people are like, I don't know. There's a lot of people that like force their opinion on other people, or like you're like they'll try to like make you feel bad or make you feel guilty for not feeling the same or like not having the same opinions they do. But those people are just like bad people. Those people you don't want to be around. Well, I don't anyway. I
Yeah,
mean, obviously, people with the same views who are the same way will want to be around those people, but that's on them. They can go, you know, they can do whatever they want to do. But yeah, I don't know. I definitely like if I meet somebody and like my whole attitude towards them will change if I find out they have like a really open mind, because then I'll be like, okay, I can actually have a conversation with this person about something and not just be like forced to like just forced to like fake agree with them. You ever like had a conversation with somebody and you're just like, I'm just gonna agree with you because I do not
Yeah.
argue.
Oh my
Like I do not want to
god.
get into it right now. Like those people you can't talk to. You can't have a good
No.
conversation with. They're just gonna force their opinion onto you. And it's like I'm not the person to argue, so I'm just like I'd rather just like whatever. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I agree. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Until they stop talking, and then I'll just go do my own thing because like I'm not about to sit here and like argue about this like I just hate stubborn people and like closed-minded people. But
yeah,
because especially that's another thing, you can't convince them of anything. You can't like if you try to tell them anything, they're just gonna assume that you're disrespecting them or like trying to call them stupid or something, and they'll just take it the wrong way and just like get all upset or whatever, however they react to be. Like it's just annoying. I don't know.
yeah. I trained this guy, and he told me all about his high school stories of how how like segregation and shit like that.
Hmm.
And I was like, damn, that's pretty interesting. He's like, look, I don't care. I'm not offended. I'm just really interested about your life story.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not gonna be like those snowflakes. Like anything, nothing offends me unless it takes a really huge jab at me. Like yeah, I get offended, but like I'm willing to listen to history or like kind of like the old times. But like sometimes it's kind of boring when teachers talk about it. But
Oh yeah.
um, like he was talking about like how he dated this black girl,
Hmm.
and you know like social norms like, oh, this guy's dating a black girl, or and it's like, oh shit, I gotta stop because you if you date someone with a different color, you're going to get made fun of. Like back then, I would assume,
Yeah, back then, yeah.
and
Not anymore, but
yeah, not anymore. But like,
yeah.
and then he started just stopped talking to her, and then
Damn.
I was like, damn, that's kind of messed up.
I think there's a lot to say about race and taking it back to when you said like you wanted to be white. I don't necessarily relate with that specifically like myself, but I know people that do. Growing up when you're young, you don't really understand why like older people look at you different. Because when you're young, you see all these little kids in your class, and you're like, oh, they're just another little kid. You're not. There's no racist in you at all, even if your family is.
Hmm.
And I remember so many times like eating at a restaurant, and I'm talking in Spanish with my family and getting these like fucking death stares from like old ladies. A few times, I think my dad told me once. I was too little to remember, but he told me that once this lady like literally went up to us and told us to stop talking Spanish because this is America and you have to speak English.
Yeah.
So there's a lot
Go
to be
back to your
said there.
country.
Yeah, stuff like that. It's just I think it's crazy how like as a kid, like no one's born racist. No one's born racist, and you don't really start
Yeah.
to notice that
That's
until you get
the
older.
that's the craziest part is like, yeah, I don't know. You can, it's all like, what do you call it? Inherited.
Yeah, it's
Like
taught.
not, it's like it's taught. Yeah, it's taught. It's like I don't know. It makes me like fucking sick, honestly.
I remember one
Like,
kid. There is one kid. I was kind of happy. This kid called my dad Jackie Chan, and I remember, dude, I think I felt sick.
Oh my
I was
god.
kind of sick. No, I was kind of sick at the same time, and then I think my dad was trying to pick me up. This kid, I was like, dude, I think your dad look at Jackie Chan. I was like, that's kind of the nicest thing he said.
Oh my god.
I was like, dude, having like if someone called my dad Jackie Chan, I would be happy.
That's still. I mean, was it like a little kid?
It was no, it was just no, we were same grade, like kindergarten, like we're all
Okay.
stupid and shit.
Yeah.
I was
oh,
So
like, dude, that's
so
kind of cool.
that was just
Yeah.
an innocent.
yeah, that was an innocent comment. There's no racist intent in that.
Yeah, it was innocent. I was like, that was kind of sweet.
Your dad's Jackie Chan. Dope. Imagine. Oh, imagine your beatings then. Oh, never mind. I don't think you'd want that. Be fucking dead. So, do you see yourself having like a family in the future?
Not really. I don't plan on. Ever since taking care of these like other people's kids, I'm like, I should wait. I'm gonna plan on waiting, if because I don't know, my life's been robbed of like having like taking care of babysitting and shit. So like I think I might just wait it on. I honestly don't see myself yet, but I don't want to take care of a mini me.
You know the like the hard side of taking care of kids already.
Yes, especially
You're over it.
especially we have like 2 new one coming in.
Oh no, there's more.
Yeah.
No. All right, Mo. So we're at the end of this podcast. I think we got a really good idea of who you are, and you know, I mean, with a podcast, you're never gonna fully know someone from it. But I think we got a really good idea of your morals and what you're good at and all that fun stuff. So to end it all off, when you die, how do you want to be remembered?
How? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I want to be as dirt. No, I'm kidding. Probably. I just want to. This is hard, but this is really hard.
Yeah.
I honestly, I just want to be like remembered as just kind of the art kid. I mean, nothing too special. It's just kind of it's kind of just too high expectations. I just want to be known as the art person. I honestly like really don't care, because if I do turn popular, yeah, sure, I'll be known as that person. But I just want to be known as Eaping Eagle. That's it. I don't care about my name. Just want to know my screen name to be known as Eaping Eagle. And honestly, because my middle school was called Eagles, and was a mascot with Eagles, and I'm like, that's pretty sick. So I decided to name them Eagles, which they're pretty much my favorite animal. And yeah, it's like it's nice, just known as. It's nice and simple, not too harsh. But yeah.
Yeah, I actually really like that answer. Like, not too crazy expectations. Not something like, oh, I want to have a big ass house and oh god, voice crack, big ass house and and I don't know. Like, I feel like a lot of people when they answer this question, they have a lot of expectation of their life, which is okay. But like something like I really like that answer. Just the art kid.
It's kind of sad how, like, I realize like we need to know the people the most, like your mentors and shit. It's like I don't want to see them die. I don't want to see them. Like just because it's gonna affect
Yeah.
me. I'm like, he's like kind of like half his age, and I'm like, if I don't want to see that happen. Like I just want him to live like longer so I can meet up. But overall, I think yeah, it's gonna be sad.
I get what you mean. This is like, I think what's important, if you think that way, is just always remember what they taught you, and keep that as part of your life, and in that way they'll never die, as long as you're alive. If you keep living from what they taught you and all the lessons you
Yeah.
learned.
All right, Moses. Well, thank you for joining us today. I'm glad I got to know you a little bit better, and I'm glad you got to share some stories that you and Edgar have had together. We definitely have to have you back on later to see how you're coming along with all your art and all of that stuff. But yeah,
Thanks for watching. Hit that like button. I need more comments, boys. Comment down below what you think. Let me know. Like, I actually want constructive criticism. Comment down below and like the video. It gets it out there because of the YouTube algorithm. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you in the next episode of the Eager Podcast.